Skinny Hardaway 70 back with another EP. Y'all do your boy for y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate you sliding through. We here for PFL predictions. The PFL fight card is today at 4:30. So this is real spill, not a drill, as you see in the header. I got a $6, 125 dollar parlay. Should you know what I'm saying? It should clear. You know what I mean? I picked the safest fights that I could. I left the fights that didn't make any sense out. So we about to make it do what it do, right? And I'm going down the list from FanDuel if you want to follow along, right? So in the first fight, I say the first fight. So in the first fight, we had John Caladon versus Nathaniel Grimard. John Caladon is 4-1. Nathaniel Grimard is 4-2. John Caladon is from New York, 26 years old, 5'10". This fight's going to be at the 145 pound division. This is basically a prospects fight, right? Amateur fight, prospects fight. Uh, he's facing off against Nathan Gillimard. Gillimard is from New Hampshire, 4 wins, 2 losses. You know what I mean? In this fight, we're going to go with John Caladon. I think John Caladon is just more of a well-rounded fighter. Also, neither guy has had a whole lot of fights, has a whole lot of experience. But John Caladon, if you're looking at the fighters that he has beat, he has a better stable of wins per se than his opponent. The guys that the guys that John beat, the guys that John beat, and the guys that Nate beat. You know what I mean? The records vary tremendously, right? So we got John Caladon uh, in that first one. So in the first fight, we got Caladon, Caladon, right? D Free was good. So in the first fight, we got Caladon. It's Caldon, not Caladon. Right. What's good, D Free? Shout out my brother D Free. Appreciate you sliding through. So we got John Caladon in the first fight. In the second fight, we got Abdullah Al Quintana. He's facing off against David Ziller. I'm not gonna go too deep in this, right? Al Quintana should win this fight pretty easy. He's probably going to stop him. You know what I mean? He's probably going to stop him. Again, this is another prospect fight. PFL does these prospects fight again. Muhammad Ali grandson gonna be on this card today as well. These amateur fights are pretty much, you know what I mean, for him, right? So we got Caladon and we got Al Quintana, right? These are them. I also hit y'all with my college football parlay a little later today too. But let's get it. But we got Caladon and we got Al Quintana over David Zealand. Al Quintana should win this fight pretty easy. John Caladon should win this fight pretty easy as well. You got minus 400 and you got minus 550 with those. We got Abigail Montiz versus Michelle Montage. Now this fight is going to be a little closer than the previous two. That Abigail Montiz, if that name sounds familiar, it's because she's the one that handed Clarissa Shields her first and only loss in her career. Abigail Montiz is 4-2, 2 KOs, 2 decisions. She won her last fight and she lost her fight before that split decision. Her last fight she won by TKO. She's taking on Michelle Montage. Michelle Montage is 3-0, 3 submission wins. She beat Shaquita Woods in the Professional Fight League Challenger Series in her last fight. Before that, she fought on Mazadal's, you know what I mean, faction. And before that, again, she was PFL Series Challengers. Now, both these guys are ground fighters. Abigail Montiz is more of a wrestler. Pat, what's good, MP? Abigail Montiz is more of a wrestler, put you down, hold you there. And Michelle Montage is more of a, the fight goes to the ground and I lock in my submissions. Now, Abigail Montiz, I think, has a wider range of opponents. Uh, she has a wider range of opponents. She's scraped out a good couple fights. You know what I mean? In this one, we go take Abigail Montiz. I'm expecting Abigail Montiz to control her with the wrestling in the good fight, right? So we got Caldon, we got Aquatona, and we got Montees in this first fight, right? We got Abigail Montees in the first one. I'm going to put these in the chat. So Caldon in the first fight, Aquatona in the second fight, Montees in the third fight for my people that's listening around. Right next, we got Mustafa Nada versus Corey Cope. Now Corey Cope is slightly the favorite in this fight. Slightly the favorite in this fight, right? Again, this is another pick 'em, kind of like the Montees fight. And this fight, I'm feeling pretty good about going with Nada, right? Nada is 7-3. Nada 7-3, 5'10", 205, 7 wins, 4 KOs, 1 submission, 2 decisions. Right, his last fight he beat Alex Fontes in Brave, and before that he beat Amin Hayuk. Right, Corey Coop is the slight favorite in this fight. He's from Michigan. He's 11 wins, 5 losses, 2 KOs, and 9 submissions. His last fight was versus Terry Van Eri. Right now, if you're looking at the level of, you're looking at 11-5 versus 7-3. Right, but Mustafa Nader has faced off against tremendously better talent. Right, the guy that he's facing off against, Coop, he hasn't had an opponent with a winning record in about 3 fights. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting Rashid Nader to be able to pull this one off. I think he's going to wrestle. He's going to control him. I think he's a step above. You know what I mean? Coop. So we got Nader. So we got Nader in that fight. Now this next fight is a prospect fight. I'm going to run it down for betting purposes. I'm going to run it down for betting purposes, for listening purposes, for my people who want to who may find value in this fight, or who may find value who want to take this fight. I don't see a whole lot of value in this fight given the odds on this fight. Right, you got Alexa Pregunda, who's going to win his fight pretty easy. Right, versus Sean Stefanili. Right, Pregunda is one of these prospects that the UFC is building up. They're going to put him in a good position to get him a win. He's probably going to win this fight by knockout. So we're going to take Pregunda in this fight as well. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We have we got Magna the Kermove, right? He's a former champion in the PFL. He's facing off against Solomon Renfro. Muhammad Me Kermove for the win in that fight. Should be a pretty easy fight. Pregunda and Magmedo Kermove, they should win their fights pretty easy, right? So we don't got to get down too deep into those. We don't got to get down too deep into those. You know what I mean? Mega their move for the win. Paragundi for the win. Easy win. We got Sabi Say versus Carlos Leo. This fight is a tad bit closer than the last two, right? But we're going to go with Sabi Say. We're going to go with Sabi Say in that fight. He's the champion from last year. He's riding a bit of a high. He's riding a bit of a high. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Saudi. Say he's been ever proven, in this league. Former champion. He's facing off against Carlos Leo. Saudi Say, the former champion, is 15-6-2. Carlos Leo Miranda is 19-4. I'm expecting Saudi Say to be able to control that fight with his distance. Again, that's going to be a good fight as well. I'm expecting Saudi Say to be able to control that fight with his distance and continue the tear that he's been on in the PFL. You know what I mean? In the next fight, we got Oliver I've been Mercer facing off against Bruno Miranda. In that fight, I got Mercer. I'm expecting him to come out, dominate Miranda, take him down, hold him there, pretty much grind out a win. I could see him maybe getting a TKO type win, but I'm expecting this fight to go to distance, right? I know a lot of people got Mercer for the knockout. I think Miranda's kind of tough, and I think Mercer's going to end up grounding them out. Right, and then in the main event, we got Shane Burgos versus Clay Collard. Again, pretty even fight, right? Clay Collar's a stand-up guy. Shane Burgos used to be a stand-up guy. He's been, more so of a ground guy, right? I'm expecting Shane Burgos to come out here. I'm expecting Shane Burgos to come out here, ground his opponent, ground Clay Collard, and pretty much just get a easy decision win. You know what I mean? In the main event, Burgos versus Collard. I'm expecting Burgos, to get a decision win and make this kind of a boring fight. Shane Burgos, right? He used to be Shane Burgos, right? He used to be so, he used to be like a stand-up nightmare for guys, right? And now, you see Shane Burgos now, and his last couple fights, he just came out, you know what I mean? Laid on the ground, got the guy out of there. In this situation, that's gonna be good for us. 'Cause I'm expecting him to come out here, lay on the ground, and get the guy out of there. You know what I mean? I just put my picks on the screen for y'all. I'm gonna run them down in just a second. Give your boy a second. There we go. I just put my picks on the screen for y'all. As y'all can see, we got Cal Doan in the first fight. We got Al Quintana. We got Abigail Montiz. We got Nada. We got Sabedi Sai. We got Mercer and Burgos. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legs, 6 wins. You 120, right? It was 125. So it went down just a little bit. It does that these lines. So it went down $5, right? But still a good bet. Those the plays. Y'all reading the week. Make sure y'all tell a friend. I'm about to get it better. I'm about to do my college game day breakdown for Saturday, and about to do my UFC picks pretty soon. Uh, I got 7 people in here right now. Appreciate everybody sliding through this thing, man. Y'all make sure if y'all want me to put this in for y'all, right? This is the one for the night, right? So that means 3 will win you 60, right? So that means if you bet 5, you'll win about 100. You know what I mean? So if y'all want me to put it in for y'all, y'all can hit your boy up, right? Leave a comment. Uh, feel free to leave a comment. Type deal, uh, or you can catch me on one of the previous. I mean, on one of the next lives. You know what I mean. But I'm gonna see y'all around. What's good? Shout out my guy AB, my guy MP. What the fuck? My guy D Free. Appreciate you sliding through. Skin the Hardaway 70T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But it's the present. That's how you rocking. And I'm out. Love.